Welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Today I want to talk about the importance of creating a fire break around your property. And I have about, I'm up here in the mountains and I have quite a few acres of property and a lot of trees. And the one thing I always worry about is fire. And we haven't had a fire up here in a long time, but if you look around the property, we get trees that are falling down and broken branches that fall out of the trees from when you get a lot of snow. And you can see right here, I started to create the importance of a fire trail or a fire break around your property is really important. And I started working on this last year, and it's kind of a steep run up this hill, but it does allow me to go up here and take load all, any of your broken branches, and pine. You can really start getting a lot of the stuff off of the property that is basically. Like right there, there's some dead wood right there. I'm gonna grab it and throw it in the bin. The best part about creating a fire break around your property, and basically what I'm doing is basically making about a 10 foot wide trail around my whole property, almost on the close to the property line, not quite to the property line. Right here you can see I'm going up the steepest part of my mountain, and this part's a little hard. I have to keep working on this section, so it's in the future it'll be easier and easier to get up this side. I'm planning on eventually putting some DG down, going on this whole trail, and but it still is accessible right now. I built this fire break last year, but I haven't really started working on it as far as coming up here and getting the dead wood and all the dead material off of here. So this spring, I'll be able to start doing a lot more work up here on this trail, or this fire break. It's kind of, actually, when you create a fire break, you're basically creating a nice walking trail. Right here, I got a full load, so I haul that one out of here. Now this is a drone shot that I'm basically attempting to show you the whole fire break. Now this little road right here is in between my garage and my house, and it goes up there to that little top spot, and then I turn left up there. That's the National Forest right up there. So my property stops at the end of that cul-de-sac. So what I did was I created a trail. You can see right here I'm trying to follow this TOOLCAT through the trees, but it's pretty difficult actually. I did end up able to do it, but it was pretty interesting. Here you can see the drone's actually following it right now, but you can see it's going to have some trouble here pretty quick. It does have obstacle avoidance on this drone, but I don't know, for some reason it came right to these bushes. Like watch, it actually hits them, but it doesn't crash. You can see right there, it's chopping some down, but it stayed flying. Here you can see I need to make this little turn going up the mountain a little nicer. I don't know, last year I was working on it with my excavator and I didn't do a good job with this little part right here. So this little section's a little bit hard for my TOOLCAT to turn and go up. But once it gets going, it's all right. You can see I got a lot of rocks there. I need to work on the trail a little bit more, but this will give you an idea of the whole trail actually. I'm gonna fly this drone around the whole trail just to give you an idea of what I did last year. So last year um, I spent a few days up here with my excavator and basically started plowing this trail through here with my excavator. And this little section that I'm going up right here is the steepest part. It's not, you can't tell, but it is a lot steeper going up this side. Here's another view of it. I had a little trouble actually tracking through these trees. I think if you're going to track a vehicle with the drone, probably the trees isn't the easiest way to go. I did put it on active track right here, but it wasn't really following right here. The camera's following, but the drone's just staying still. Anyway, you can see this little trail right here kind of weaves up through these trees. I might pull a few of these trees out of here in the future, thin it out a little bit up here, just to give my access, make it a little easier to get up here. This little section here is the worst. It's steep. It doesn't look steep from this visual, but it's got a lot of rocks, and you can see right there I'm struggling with this little section. I think what I'm going to do is remove a couple of these little trees right here and come up here and with the excavator and grade this a little better through here. You can see I back up a little bit and then I get a good run at it right here. It's funny, it looks flat right there with the video, but it's actually kind of steep right there. Now once I get up to that little section right there, then I've got a really nice flat trail going across the whole top of my mountain right there. And here's the top of the very top of the trail, and I cut this just right across the mountain. And I do have a couple trees that I'm going to need to remove where I basically had to cut too close to the tree, but you can see how I cut that right across the mountain. It's funny, as I'm videoing this, there's two deer, small deer right outside my window. I think the bird feeders that I have out on my deck, the birds knock them down on the ground, and then the deer come and grab them. Anyway, you can see this trail going across this mountain is a really nice fire break. Now I'm going to keep working on this year after year to make it better. But the importance of a fire break also is to be able to get up here and fight a fire if something were to come close to you. You could basically, you might be able to fight it a little bit from up here. Of course, I've never fought a fire before, so hopefully I never will have to. I do have a couple 100 feet of fire hose that my friend gave me with the connections for the fire hydrant. Now, I don't know the rules about using that, being able to hook up to that, but I think in an emergency, you can see right here the drone comes over here. It was trying to follow it, but you can see it's coming right to this tree, and I don't know why it's not trying to go around it. But right here it loses it. It doesn't crash though. It actually hit the bushes and then fell down, and it kept hovering right there. Anyway, yeah, fire. I'm still learning about how to prepare my property against fires, but I think what I've learned so far is a fire break is really important. It also allows you access up to these higher parts of your property with a vehicle, and also with a little trailer or whatever you could. So in my case, I'm going to start coming up here all spring and getting the dead wood off of this property. And you can see right here I have a trail that this is the fire break that I created. And yeah, I'm hoping that I can keep improving on it. Actually, right up here, there's a big rock that I just couldn't get out of there last year. I'm going to come back up here with my excavator and try to, right there is a rock that I have to actually go around. And right here, you can see it's still, oh, it went through there. That's crazy. Right here, it's going to hit this bush. Yeah, the drone, see all that dead wood right there on the right? Now, right now, I'm just showing you the trail, but see, I'll come up here and haul all that dead wood out of here with my little Bobcat. I think I'm going to get a little dump trailer for this Bobcat that I can go on this trail with, that'll enable me to bring, haul a lot more material than just the front bucket coming down the mountain. Anyway, here's the last of my trail, and it goes back down, goes down here, and then it turns left, and I think that's where my drone battery actually died. Anyway, yeah, a fire break basically ends up being a nice trail around your property, and it's a good way to be able to get up there and remove a lot of fuel. Remove a lot of dead wood, and just be able to do a lot more maintenance up on your mountain. Yeah, this is where the battery goes dead. You can see I can gather up, I'm going to be able to, this trail is going to make it a lot easier for me this spring. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and if you got a property with a bunch of, a lot of fuel on it from big forest like I do, it's a good idea to try to make a trail around it so that you can basically get all this fuel off of your land. You know, the beautiful trees are one thing, but dead wood and branches and stuff like that, you really got to try to get it off there. Anyway, I'm going to dump this load. Again, thank you very much for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.